This is Karen O'Brien with FLO-2D software, and I wanted to show you a quick way to get some animation results for a FLO-2D project so that you can animate some of your results in a map and get a quick video for that. We're going to use the mesh tool, which points to the project, but of course in the project you have animation data. So you're going to load the mesh tool and just click add on that depth.out file. But what that's going to do is it's going to read all the files that it needs from inside of here, and it's going to read the tim.dep.out. So this works with only tim.dep.out, so you need to run that and your time series processor, set that to tim.dep.out, and then run the model. And then what's going to happen is that this is going to load lots of different layers, but we are most interested in the depth layer for animation purposes. You can also turn on velocity vectors, but I just want the depth for this case. And then on the styling panel, we want to change the colors to whatever you color scheme and whatever classification that you want. And then do set it, if you want, to no resampling so it doesn't try to interpolate these little pixels into something that's not a little square pixel. Then you'll grab the temporal controller here, you activate it with this button, and then you'll refresh it to set it to the full range of values. You can also set your step, which in this case I set it to 0.01 hours instead of 36 seconds because it's more meaningful for FLO-2D. And then I click save, and then you can set this to whatever you desire, but I didn't change it. And you can change the output directory where you want this data to be saved. And that looks like this. So you can see that these are the images that were exported by QGIS. And we will use this tool, FFmpeg, to generate that stack of images into an animated video as an MP4. FFmpeg is free online. You can get to it like this. You can just download it and I don't even think you have to install it. I think you just extract it and it works. So if you don't have admin rights, that might not be a problem. You might still be able to use FFmpeg. Now what we did, or sorry, excuse me, what I did is I took the images, just a screenshot of the images, the path to the processing tool, and the path to where my images are saved, and I asked the AI, can I get a script to animate these files? And it gave me this script. I'll copy the script. This is a Python script, so it goes back to the QGIS, and you open the Python console. And you can see I've already put it here, but I'm going to replace it with the first script that it gave me. So Control A, delete, Control V, and Control S to save. So Control A, select all, delete, Control V to paste, and Control S to save. You'll probably, like when you see this, you'll probably see something like this. So turn on your scripts, and then you'll save that first script, and then push play. And of course, it's AI, so the first thing that happens is you get an error. So we give that back to the AI like this. I'll just copy that, paste it right here. I don't have to give it any more information. It knows it's an error, and it will look at the code and look what's wrong with it. It's going to find out right away that this write statement is not inside the correct loop. So it's going to give us the fix for that. We copy that fix, go back to the or the Python console and paste that fix, and then save it, and then clear, run it again, and you can see now that it is processing. Once that's finished processing, we'll take a look at that file, which goes right here. And there's something wrong with that file. We can see right away that there's 0 bytes, but we don't really know what's wrong with it. So maybe if we open it somewhere, it'll tell us. So let me close it here. Discard. I'm going to try that one more time. Okay, and you can see here that Snagit, which is my video processing and video viewing tool, can't read it. So I'll Alt print screen that picture, or Alt print screen that window. That will just give me a screenshot of just that window, and then paste that back into the AI, and the AI will give me a fix. Now, in this case, I can either do a one-line change which is actually the best way to go usually with AI, is to just change the one line, because sometimes it'll change something else in this output, and that will also cause you problems when you're trying to process this code. But I know this code is really simple. I know that this is going to work, so I'm just going to click copy code and then go back to the Python console and paste that here, and then save it, and then clear the console and run it. And this time I'll pause the video until it's finished processing. So that took a little bit longer, but still was really fast. That's the great thing about this processing system. It's really fast. And we'll go to the location where that video was saved, and this time we'll double click it and click OK to close that window. And you can see the video now loads. We push play on it. It's a 20-second video that represents a 2-hour simulation. So if you want that video a little bit shorter, you can change the frame rate, you can change the length of the simulation, or you can speed things up a little bit with the quality. But it's a pretty good video. Oh, I don't know if you noticed it, but did you notice that? Let me see. I think that's very interesting. It was still setting that resampling mode for some reason. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't reprocess my images, so they have that funny looking resampling. So that's the difference between resampling and not resampling, is that's what it looks like. It looks a little funny around the edges. It's not a very good resampling method. So that's why I prefer to use the FLO-2D pixels. And anyway, that is setting up animation using AI and QGIS and FFmpeg. It's a pretty simple process.